Closing game, combo collector, and festive. Welcome to the top 10 high CGC comic book sold on eBay, July 6 to 12. Coming number 10 with Journey into Mystery, issue 83. This book came out in 1962. Graded CGC as a 4.5 with white pages. Obviously, this is the origin of the first appearance of the 4. The final auction price was $7,200 with 13 bids. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have a 4.5 right here. And this book sold as high as $16,800. So that's a drop of $9,600. This is back in May 2022. Let's swing one over. We have one sold for $15,600 back in June 2021. And then let's do one more. And we have one sold for $13,200 back in December 2022. Come number 9, Supplement Issue 6, CGC 7.0. This book came in 1940 during the Golden Age comic books. Let's have off-white pages. The asking price was a little less than $9,000, but it sold for $7,400. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage right here. We have a 7.0 right here. And this book sold as high as $7,200. So that's an increase of $100. This was back in April 2025, so a couple months ago. Come number 8, Incredible Hulk issue 181. This book came in 1974, grade CC at 9.2. First full Wolverine, Atkin, and Soul Play with sum down $899. Let's go over to GPA. Okay, GPA right here. So we have a 9.2 right here. Let's go across. Okay, so this was the one that was sold on eBay, 9-day average, 12-month average, and then this is the 2024 average, and then this is 2023 average. So the one that was sold on eBay was 7 higher than 9-day average and then 12-month average. I guess that's good for the comic book market. Let's go down here. And this book sold as high as $19,800. So that's a drop of $11,901. And let's go over here. And in 2025, 16 was reported. High $8,650 and low $5,900. And the one that was sold for $19,800 was back in 2021 there. Coming up 7, we have the 1980s comic keys. We got Master Universe, Transformer, and G.I. Joe. These are all cartoons that I grew up watching. All 3 books are graded 9.8. And we have suggested price of $16,998, and then it got crossed out again. And this book is actually sold for, okay, let's go over here. It's sold for $12,121 Canadian money, and which converts to $8,850.84 there. And this, so definitely, yeah, you get them all one shot. You know, no need to buy individually. Come number 6, Amazing Spider-Man issue 1, grade CC 4.5, white pages. This came out in 1963. These asking the sold price was $11,750. So let's go with the Heritage. Okay, over Heritage, we have a 4.5 right here, and this book sold as high as $17,400. So that's a drop of $5,650. This was back in May of 2022. Let's swing one over. We have one sold for $16,800 back in January of 2022. And then we have another one sold for $16,800 back in August of 2022. Come number 5, Uncanny X-Men issue 1, CC 5.0. I got really zoom in right here. See this book right here. Obviously, first appearance of X-Men, Magneto, and hopefully a movie will be coming out soon. But haven't been officially announced yet. So anyway, so asking price was a little less than $13,000, but it's actually sold for $12,000. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have a 5.0 right here. And then this book sold as high $26,400. So that's a drop of $14,400. This was back in October 2021, and then we'll swing one over. Then one sold for 26,400 back in June 2022, and then let's do one more, and we have one sold for 25,200 back in January 2022. Coming number 4, we have Hawk issue 1. This book came out in 1962, grade CZ 1.8. Obviously, before it's with the Hawk, and also got a staining signature there, the yellow label right there. The asking and sold price was $12,089.99. So let's go over to Heritage. Over Heritage, we have a 1.8 right here, and this book sold as high as 8,100. So that's an increase of $3,909, and this was just recent too, though, June of 2025. Yeah, whoever bought this, that's a great deal there for this book right here for 8,100. Coming number 3, Amazing Spider-Man issue 78, CGC 9.8. This book came in 1969. First appearance of the Prowler, Hobie Brown. This one had an asking price of $18,000, but it's actually sold for $13,500. So let's go over to Heritage. Heritage, we have a 9.8 right here, and this book sold as high 10,800. So that's an increase of 2,700. This is back in September 2021. Let's swing one over, and the next highest was 8,400 back in January 2022. And let's do one more. Okay, and then the next highest is $6,000 back in October 2022. Definitely a big price fluctuation here. Coming number 2, Amazing Fantasy 15. This is grade CZ 3.0. Origin was appearance of Spider-Man. Signed Stan Lee. And if you look carefully, there's also a green label too, qualified gray. We'll zoom in that in detail then. It's sold for $17,499. So let's go ahead and take a look at this book here. Okay, so here you are. CGC signature qualified gray. So it's signed by Stanley back in March of 2016 on page 1, and also has a Mary cover, tape on interior cover. So I guess we can't really see it, and this is just the outside, but this is a 3.0 right here. Okay, but you get the picture there. Coming number 1 for this week, Amazing Fantasy 15, Origin First Appearance of Spider-Man. This is going to see CGC as a 2.0. Asking price was $25,000, but it's actually sold for $20,500. So let's go over to Go Collect. Go Collect. Let's go over here. This is a 2.0 right here, and this book sold size 38,400. So that's a drop of 17,900, according to Go Collect. Fair market value $20,000, and that's pretty much what it's sold for on eBay of $20,500. Unfortunately, not too much data. Just one book sold within the last year of 21,506. So let's go ahead and take a look right here. And the one that was sold was back in the most recent sold recorded by Go Collectors back in March of 2025. And then let's see if we can find this. Okay, so let's see. Okay, there you go. 38,400 was sold back in January 2022. Okay, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.